Welcome, welcome, my friends. This is Dr. Neelam, and we are um, in November. It's my birthday month. And, well, already it is November 3rd. So you probably are experiencing some of the energies from last week, which can be a little bit intense with the Scorpio energies. But hang on, listen to me. There is a lot of good news in this month. And I want to share with you what is this month about, what can you get the most, how you can get the most out of this month. And who am I? This is, Dr. Neelam. I'm a mentor to healers and leaders, come from both business background in healthcare and also a 5 generation of spiritual teachers and leaders. So I provide practical spiritual solution. 80% is the energy work, the mindset, and 20% is the strategies to help you not only heal, but also to grow your practices and your businesses. So let's look into what November has in store for us. So before I can get into the energy, I took out the three words that really stood out: realignment, reignite, reignite your fire, and relationships. These are the three things that we will be working through this month, and you probably have seen and felt the shifts from the last few months. A lot of tensions are created in business or also in personal life, in relationships. So because of the shift in the universal relationship from human love to spiritual love. And now we are reminded to go through a shift through another transcending energies of divine love. So that's in a nutshell. How you can get the most out of it is when you can start to understand. You see something from, especially if it's relationship, from a view of human love, or you can see someone from a place of divine love. And just tune with me and I'll share you how we can do this. So November actually comes from the Latin word, right? The Latin word noven or something, which means nine. So nine used to be the ninth month of the Roman calendar. And what does nine represents? Completion of a cycle. So this is a month where we'll be still releasing some of the old habits and patterns. And then there is this window of opportunity that started in October about new birth, new beginnings. Now this is the time to really see how far you have come, the full potential of yourself. And it's a great time to, the opportunities that probably was blocked before. This is a time to really see through, the possibilities of what you have created so far. All of the hard work that you have done hasn't been wasted. So November, is completion of old patterns, completion of an old cycle. And there is also, the spiritual energies of number 11, the master number 11, right? About the synchronicities and about that signifies that your guides, your divine, guides in, the universe, the power of angel number 1111. So there is, despite all the changes, there is this lucky day we are given out of the whole days in the year, out of the 365 days, you are given in this month, November 11, to really manifest anything you want to. So this is a month of mastering manifesting. And the first 2 weeks will be testing our, relationship again, but don't get worried about that. So, well, because the Scorpio energies can be intense, right? Let's see. So are you so the first 2 weeks might seem like it's starting on a heated note, but as we close off the month, it's going to be cooled down and you'll see the bigger picture of this month. So what can you do to focus on realignment? How you can do realignment and reignite your passion, your fire, and reassess the opportunities that's presented in front of you. Sometimes we have to create opportunities. Sometimes you're given a lot, all at once. So this is the month you're given all at once that you've been waiting for so long, right? Um, so 3 tips to help you align to your values, to your goals, to your desires. Number one is self um, conception. Is that the word? Self conception? What was the word I wanted to share? I wrote it down. How do the angels want us to really help us and put the words that was coming through me? Self concept. Self concept. Okay, so they're asking us three ways to help you align this month is through self concept. So, what does it mean? Are you focusing on your limitations or are you tapping into the infinite wisdom? Are you stuck with labeling your skills and your identities with a label? I always had a hard time putting myself in a box, as a coach, as a mentor, as a healer. So this is a time to let go of those old identities, strip off the titles, labels. Who are you without these labels at the core of yourself? Realignment to who you are. And when you realize the infinite nature of who you are, this is where you can co-create more miracles, right? Because other great teachers like Dr. Wayne Wire, also Wayne Dyer. I love Dr. Wayne Dyer. Um, and a lot of his teaching echoes with what I'm sharing also. And he also says the greatest secret, you know, in the world is understanding. Can somebody tell me what is the greatest secret? You'll get a bonus point. Is that you are one with God, the oneness, the divine love. So the relationship struggles that everybody's going through, the shifts that's happening in the relationship is because people have been focusing on human love, human conditioning of love of what they want from a person. Then there was this shift of the last 2 years where a lot of healings were happening, self-reflection was happening. People were tapping into, more family connections. So we shifted through spiritual love, right? But now we are shifting towards the divine guides and angels are reminding you, because we'll be ending this year with, Christ's energy, right? Both divine Christ, the masculine and feminine energies. It's about balancing that aspect in yourself, the feminine and masculine energy, to realign from human love, from spiritual love to divine love, because you are created from divine love. So the self concept, the first realignment tip is, self concept, understanding who you are at the core instead of projecting what you expect from somebody in a relationship or how they have to be. Even for me, with all these wisdoms and, angelic wisdoms, channeling and mediumship and healings, from generations passed on to me. But I'm human, and I was also, in this energy, where there's push and pull with relationships. And I realized, I was picking up the collective energies. So you might be picking up the collective energies. So this is the time to like let go and release those collective energies on relationship or how it was projected to you when you were growing up. And we have been doing a lot of healings this year, right? The last few years now. So self concept, how do I teach this? Is using the free guide with the 5-step April techniques. You can download at the end of this post from drneelamrai.com. And that's one way you can get into realignment. It is not a one time thing. These are micro practices that you can integrate with your practices that takes only 5 to 10 minutes a day that will help you to realign to who you are at the core, will help you to detox, you know, the limitations we have put onto ourselves or the habits that we have, inherited. The second thing is like, um, so that was a very big thing, relationship to yourself, and then relationship to others will happen. And then, of course, relationship to, connecting with God will help you. Second tip. So do whatever you're doing, keep doing. If you would like to, upgrade your, energetics, because it's everything is energy, right? And one of the fastest way to align to manifest what you really want, whether it's attracting more income this year or relationship healings, is by becoming the energy. And we do it by connecting to our guides, connecting to our divine, deepening our spiritual practices. It's one thing to learn and one thing to practice every day, right? And we do this inside my healers and leaders circle, because I know this is not a one-time thing. Healings and success, it's a journey, and realignment is not just one time. We need to realign as many times, and this is the month to focus on the realignments, so you can start attracting all of those things that you have worked so hard. um, I have so much more things to share on this, but yes, it's all about alignment to yourself, alignment to your guides and angels. And another thing they are telling me is that how can you really shift as a human, if you're living with somebody, because I know some of you are going through that, is to identify with the divine love, is to see from example of a mother's love. A mother doesn't expect anything from her child. She just gives and nurtures, right? Um, so we are reminded to shift that relationship, not from what you expect from a person, but accept the person the way they are. And the angels are here to help you shift that energy when you're ready. We have amazing healings with Divine Mother Mary. She's helping both masculine energies to balance in us. We all have that, men and women. We both have the masculine energies. We've been programmed with the masculine energy of being, more focused on, the intellectual mindset. And the feminine energy is the nurturing side, the intuitive side. So this is if this is going to be a crucial time for you, when we can balance ourselves as leaders and healers with both masculine and feminine energies, then only we can create a balanced world. So realign, and embody all aspect of the balanced self. Realignment, again, they keep telling you realignment is the big key here. And reignite that relationship, right? The fire that you have. Not only it's going to help you in a relationship, a happy mom for me, a happy wife and a happy mom helps me to become a happy teacher, right? And that happiness spreads out to my classes, my office, and to my students. So everything begins at home, right? With you. So you want to really focus and take the time to read, come and listen to this again. Three ways how the guides and angels are telling you to for realignment, how to reignite your passion, your fire within you, because this is a month where you can really, the second month of this month where there's holidays and Thanksgiving. This is a time to reconcile, also bring the families together, but also reconcile the imbalances within yourself. Anywhere you have judged yourself, anywhere you have created that old pattern, and you wanted to release all of that, this is the time to do it. So it's pretty much a realignment, relationship to yourself. Self mastery is one thing, and then connecting to your higher self, your divine guides and angels. And this will help you with your relationship to others and to money, when you get to understand the core of who you are, and seeing everything from divine love. So there you have it, my friend. If you have any questions, reach out to me.